Red Bull Racing showcased an exceptional performance this season with unmatched speed that left other teams trailing far behind. Although there were sporadic moments of hope when Red Bull faced setup challenges for a race or two, overall they stood out as one of the most dominant teams in F1 history. Fans were anticipating a fierce battle within the team, but those expectations fell short. Red Bull is now asserting their dominance and will continue into the next year, promising to impress everyone in the F1 paddock once again. The question arises, can we anticipate another season of dominance, or will another team step up to the challenge? Red Bull is getting ready to impress everyone next year with their Formula One car for 2024. It's called the RB20, and there's a lot of excitement about it. Some people think it could really outperform the competition and leave teams like Mercedes and Ferrari worried. Even McLaren and Aston Martin, who have improved a lot this year, might find it challenging. The RB20 is said to be a more extreme version of this year's RB19. The big change is how the car handles air. They're doing something very different with how the car carries its weight, especially in terms of vertical load. This change could give Red Bull a significant advantage. The mastermind behind Red Bull's amazing car has identified some areas that can be made better. In Brazil, they realized that the windy conditions affected Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez's cars more than expected. This year, the RB19 has been so good that they didn't need to make big improvements. However, for the RB20, they're planning to make changes, especially to deal with windy conditions. Red Bull is working on top-notch solutions to handle these challenges, aiming to stay dominant and keep winning. Red Bull has been really successful since the new ground effect era began in 2022, winning both Drivers' and Constructors' Championships for 2 years in a row. They've been doing great with their engine partner Honda, which has made their car super fast and reliable. But things are changing for the next engine rules in 2026. Honda is leaving the sport, so Red Bull has decided to do something different. Instead of partnering with another company, they're going to make their own engine. They've already started working on it, investing a lot of money and hiring new people to make sure it's powerful and competitive. Red Bull's leader, Christian Horner, knows that making their own engine is a big challenge. Even though it's the first time they're doing it, he's not scared. Right now, they're doing well with Honda, but things change. When asked if he's nervous about the new project, Horner said, "Yeah, but that's life, isn't it? Nothing lasts forever, you just have to keep evolving." After Honda decided to leave Formula One, Red Bull decided to do their own thing. But now Honda changed their mind and will be supplying engines to Aston Martin from 2026. Despite the significant time and resources required, Horner acknowledges that a major reason for the decision to produce their own engine is the desire for the team's success not to depend on others. Currently, they don't want this season to end, but looking ahead to 2026, it represents the next phase for them, taking control of a crucial aspect. The scale of the challenge for 2026 might be hard for people to grasp, but the team is approaching it with the same determination they have for designing the car. With about 2 years to go, which may sound like a long time, they have roughly 100 weeks until they hit the track with a Red Bull-made engine. It's both nerve-wracking and exciting, but the team believes they are on the right path. There's confidence in the team's trajectory thanks to the involvement of great people and a strong team culture. Red Bull is set to become a works team, a new step for them similar to Mercedes and Ferrari. Getting it right is crucial for them to stay competitive. The question remains, can they do it? In the 2023 season, Red Bull has been so dominant that the main focus now is on the battle for second place in the Constructors' Championship between Mercedes and Ferrari. With a 20-point lead and 2 races left, Red Bull's attention is already on the 2024 cars. Rumors from the Brazil paddock suggest that Red Bull could once again be the team to beat in 2024. These rumors surfaced after challenging wind conditions during qualifying at Interlagos. The RB19 faced difficulties, surprising both the team and drivers, including Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. They described the car as feeling slowed down and unbalanced, almost like it had damaged suspension. During the usual technical debriefing, even though remotely, Adrian Newey, the mastermind behind Red Bull's cars, provided insights, focusing on improvements for 2024 and the upcoming RB20. The RB20 is going to be a significant upgrade from the RB19, building on its concepts but with a different aerodynamic approach. Even though it will look somewhat similar to the 2023 car, the design for next year focuses on refinement. The changes include a new way of creating and distributing downforce, especially under the car. The floor will work differently, incorporating changes in the Venturi channels that keep the car grounded and enhance ground effects. Red Bull's technical director, Pierre Wash, and the aerodynamic team found the RB19 to be almost perfect in various areas, needing only minor improvements due to its considerable speed advantage over rivals. The decision was made to integrate solutions for the RB19's weak points into the new RB20 project. The key change is how downforce is distributed and generated, aiming to make the car less affected by strong winds. While competitors are struggling to catch up with Red Bull and Max Verstappen, the team is already taking significant steps to maintain their lead and prevent others from closing in. But while Max Verstappen's place in the team is guaranteed, will Perez remain in the team or will it be someone else? Liam Lawson showcased his skills in a 5-race stint with AlphaTauri, stepping in for Daniel Ricciardo after a last-minute replacement at the Dutch Grand Prix. Despite his impressive performance and scoring points in Singapore, Red Bull didn't give him a full-time F1 seat for 2024. Although Red Bull extended contracts with Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda at AlphaTauri, team boss Christian Horner hinted at Lawson's promising future, suggesting a likely race seat with Red Bull in 2025. As for the upcoming season, Lawson faces a decision on where to spend his time. Having already competed in various championships, including F1, returning to F2 or Super Formula may not provide significant benefits. The talented young driver is exploring options for meaningful career progression in the coming year. Liam Lawson is gearing up for a role as a reserve driver with a major focus on simulator work. Having been a reserve for nearly 2 years, he sees the simulator as crucial for his quick adjustment to Formula One. Despite not securing a full-time driving spot for next year, he sees the value in learning from the best team in F1. Being embedded with Red Bull Racing again in the upcoming season will enhance Lawson's knowledge and insights, even though waiting for his opportunity can be frustrating. While he acknowledges the decision to not drive next year is disappointing, he remains committed to making the most of his continued involvement in Formula One. Lawson expresses understanding of the situation, recognizing that patience is important. Despite the frustrations, he sees the bigger picture and is determined to seize any future opportunity in Formula One through Red Bull Racing, as he remains a Red Bull driver. Or maybe will it be Daniel Ricciardo again in the spot next to Max? I mean, he was already there, but left on bad advice, as Horner claimed. Horner has explained that Daniel Ricciardo made a decision to leave Red Bull after being badly advised during contract talks in 2018. Despite having an offer on the table that would have matched Max Verstappen's salary, Ricciardo moved to Renault due to concerns about Verstappen's growing influence and uncertainties about the team's future, including the 2019 Honda engine deal. Horner revealed that late Red Bull owner Dietrich Mateschitz had agreed to a contract extension that would have paid Ricciardo equal to Verstappen. However, Ricciardo felt he didn't want to be a support act and was influenced by external pressures, including financial considerations. Looking back, Horner expressed that Ricciardo recognized his mistake in leaving Red Bull, realizing the potential of Verstappen. Despite attempts to reassure Ricciardo about his role within the team, external factors played a significant role in his decision to switch teams. But I guess only time will tell. Now we have to look forward to the very first Las Vegas Strip race. Many teams think Red Bull will have a major weakness, and this is yet another chance for Ferrari to shine. But people need to remember that you can't write Max Verstappen off from any race. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments below.